Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Avery Pickle. Now, see, the squeak is gone as well. See, no squeaky noise. I sprayed the entire underside of my desk with the knockoff WD-40. But you can't hear my neighbors outside. If they get too loud, I'll close the window. Alright, so let's get started. Now, I attempted to do Avery, when that was, yesterday. And the cards kept blowing up. But I was supposed to be doing other things, so I guess Spirit was just like, nope, we're not going to play with you until you do the stuff you're supposed to be doing. So we're going to see if it's any better today. I still have his notes. This is Palo Santo. One of my cats have asthma, so I don't want to make it too smoky in here. This is hardest stuff in the world to get going sometime. I done had the same piece. There it go. I done had the same piece of Palo Santo for about 3 months now. And I really ain't do nothing but just char the top of it. Alright. I think we're ready. So the light is not too direct. Alright, spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around, because I thought it'd be fun if we went swimming. We want to be in a place called Alberta, Alabama. That's where Avery Pickle. Make sure these cars are on the right side. That's where Avery Pickle lives his life, in Alabama. He was on the football team. He was number 48. Alright. And this is the Omega Land that we're going to start out with. Yes, Avery Pickle was 17 years old. He was number 48. He lived in Alabama. I don't like that. Let me do that again. He lived in Alabama. So, I would like to go to the zip code of 36530. The zip code is 36530. We're at the beach. We're at Palmetto Beach in Baldwin County. Now, Avery had went swimming with a lot of his friends on that day. At least 5 or 6 of them. And, let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the timeline in my head. There were reports that Avery and his friends were flipping off of a boat into a water that wasn't very deep. It was only like 4 feet deep or something like that. And he didn't come back up. But they kind of didn't notice. Alright, we got one car. But they kind of didn't even notice that he didn't come back up. So I guess after things slowed down, you know, like how it gets at a party or an event, they started to look around and notice that he wasn't there. So they took his phone and his keys and stuff like that and put them in his vehicle. And they called his mom and everything. And so they started looking for him. And this was on the 4th of July. So, if they were flipping in the water at 3, and they pulled him out of the water the next morning, almost. They pulled him out of the water the next morning. Alright. We got 2. Let's start the timeline, because these are teenage boys. Let's start the timeline at 10 a.m. and let's go to 10 p.m. Nice solid 12 window. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We're in Alberta, Alabama. Zip code 36530. Now, he actually lives in a different zip code from the water, but up there face down too. I'm keeping them. If they fall face down, I keep them. If too many come out, I'll take the top and the bottom. If a card comes out in reverse, I'm just going to turn it around. Alright. Make sure these are in here. Alright. So everybody clear. We're between the hours of 10 a.m. You can see the cards. We're between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. in the zip code 36530. We're with Avery Pickle. He's a 17-year-old boy who went swimming with his friends on the 4th of July. Alright, let's start. Okay, so we have the first card. The 9 of Swords. Why am I hearing somebody's phone ringing? Alright. Alright. Right away, I was thinking that was water, but I can't tell what this is right here. I'm not saying it's something hard, but I think it could be something hard, because what they're pointing out is, you see this injury right here on the skull? Like, what's that? Your frontal lobe and your temporal lobe on the side of your head right there. Alright. Well, that'll do it if you get knocked out underwater. Let's see how this occurred. Alright, Spirit, we're in the water. We're with Avery Pickle in zip code 36530. They're all having fun and flipping in the water and doing what teenagers do. We're between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. It's the 4th of July, 2024. You're showing me Avery here with a very sizable injury on his head. Alright. Alright, what came out is the King of Swords. I'm definitely going to have to close the window. Right back. Get out the window because I'm closing it. I live next to a busy street, like one car over, and it's a lot of them bikers. So that's going to be all night if they're making blocks. Alright, so back to where we was. The King of Swords came out. Let's see what's on here. Alright. What I'm getting is you have to kind of follow his eyes a little. And if, like, there are people in the water and you're standing higher than them, looking down at them, at some point you might be making eye contact with some of the people that's already in the water, or you might not be. But as you're looking down into the water, you're assuming that they're looking back at you too. And if they're looking back at you, that means once you go under the water, they will eventually come look for you. Be like, he never came back up. So this is kind of like Avery looking down in the water at the people who were about to join in the water. Like in his mind, we're just all still having fun. And I'm sure it was fun. But I think when you deal with a lot of teenagers, like their attention can only be kept for like 5-6 minutes at a time. And then they look at something else and pay attention to something else. Oh, that's kind of sad. He looking down at the people that really kind of left him in the water. Alright, so we have a head injury, and what is that? I don't know if that's self-awareness. Alright. So again, we have judgment. But this is the, kind of looks like the same man a little bit. But they're in the same position. What is this? And this is a judgment card, which means somebody coming back. But that's, you know, that's not what I'm looking at. Like, you see this card, how they, this hand is helping to kind of pull him out the water? That's what he thought was going to happen, right? Like, the people I was just looking at in the water and making eye contact with, they're going to see me, and then they're going to come pull me out the water. Let's ask questions about what was going on that he couldn't get pulled out this water. Let's use the modified elements tarot. Alright, Spirit, we're still in zip code 36530. It's the 4th of July. We're with Avery, Pickle, and some of his friends. They're all swimming in the water and, you know, communicating with each other the best that they can while they are enjoying the water. But there comes a point when Avery falls or slips under the water, and he was assuming people were going to help him and pull him out. Can you tell me what the other people were doing other than having fun? Did anybody see him go under the water? Did the people that were supposed to pull him out, at any point did they know he had slipped under the water? Give me the energy of him not being pulled out the water. What was going on? Well, somewhere between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. in zip code 36530. We're at the beach. He was actually found in Palmetto Creek. Ooh. All right. Which card came out on where he was found? Let's see. Do I have a I don't know if what's the name of that beach was. I just have the zip code of it. Alright. So let's see what came out on him not getting pulled out the water. I don't like that light right there. Alright. Keys. Alright. Now this might be a little controversy, and this is alleged, okay? Everything I'm about to say is alleged. But you know how they had the keys, right? If you watch any clips of this story, they say that when the party had died down and they were ready to leave the water, that they couldn't find him, so they put his keys and stuff into his truck. So the person that had the keys, or the person that was in control of the keys, is the same person that he was expecting to pull him out of the water. So things happen really fast, and it's hard to keep track of everybody when you're having fun. I'm not saying the person that had his keys was responsible for what happened, but the person that had his keys is one of the people that he thought was going to come pull him out. Alright. Let's move on. Alright, so we have 3 cards left. Damn it. The death card. Alright. This is kind of like, it's like kind of like that same guy, and I don't want to like bash this person, but his energy is all over this, really strong. Like right after it happened, after he was found on July the 5th, his mother had made like a scathing Facebook post, and then she took it down. But she was mentioning how, like, when they pulled him out of the water, one of his friends was just like staring on the dock, just staring over there at them, being like really creepy and stuff. And look, like, this is Avery getting pulled out of the water, and that's the other person from a distance watching his mom and him. You know what? As they say in that movie Jawbreaker, it's his high school. What is a friend? Let's get the energy of him, since he just want to be here so bad. I mean, I wish he had been paying as much attention when Avery went underwater, but since his energy's here, let's just poke around his energy since it's here. Alright, Spirit, you've shown me Avery's close friend. The one that had the keys. The one that was watching as he was pulled from the water. Why is this person so consumed by this, other than the fact that it was, one of his friends? What is this person's energy like towards Avery before 4th of July? What was his energy like towards Avery on July the 3rd, the day before? How does he feel? Give me the energy of the friend that's watching. No? Not in here? Let's see. Since this deck just wants to be in my hand, when I try to put it down, it didn't want to get down, so I'm going to unuse it. Oh Lord, now I'm messing with fire because I got a lot of decks stacked up here. One wrong move, and they're all going to fall. Alright. Spirit, we're still there with Avery and his mother now. We're in Zipcode 36530. It's no longer the 4th of July. We are now on the morning after, the day after. That's too many. Let me try to stick together. We are now on the day after. It's July the 5th. And one of Avery's friends, the one who had the keys, is staring intently at Avery being pulled from the water. What is his energy? Well, that came out quick. Really? Oh my goodness, y'all. I guess they was like, he ain't never seen a dead person before. Look what came out to clarify it. The death came out to clarify the death. So, okay. Everybody affects to, how does it? Jack, please don't start with the crap. You know, they say everybody grieves differently. But when the card get clarified with itself, I guess maybe the little boy was in shock. I think I seen the interview where the little boy said he was in shock. I think it just goes to show that look, Jack, please stop with the crap. I have a small cat that's now trying to climb the wall. All right, can we get to the next card? All right, yeah, I think the other little boy might have just been in shock. All right, so now we have the Four of Wands. This is like the like, you know how you on 4th of July you cook and everybody come to eat and stuff? Like, this is after they leave the water and they're eating. I think if my friend had never came back out the water, I probably wouldn't have an appetite to be eating. But let's see what's going on with these people, because they seem to be able to eat just fine. Even though we now know he hit his head and went under the water, but still. Did they look for him? Did they? Alright, so you showing me we're at the 4th of July. We done moved away from the water now. We have in the barbecue and the wine coolers and all of that good 4th of July fun. What is the energy of the group towards Avery now that he's not there? What is the energy towards Avery while everyone else is eating? He's gone. We're in the Zipcode of 36530. Alright, so this is the energy now that he's gone. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is, it means like work. You're working on your work. You know, like you're trying to get better at your job. Alright, I get that while they were eating, like, there were some people that were like texting him. Like, there were messages going back and forth about him. Like, I don't know if like this is his family calling their friends and asking, have you seen Avery yet? Have you heard from him yet? Or this might even be his friends sending texts or talking back to the police, and they're writing, you know how police write in their little notepad? So, I don't want to throw him under the bus immediately. While they were eating or attempting to go on with the holiday, there was chitter chatter about where is Avery, where is he at. Let's get the energy of the messages. Let's see this one. His energy was only here in the very beginning when they were showing him go under the water and hit his head. Alright. So let's get the intent of these messages. Like, that may be a silly question, but we're gonna see. Spirit, you show me after the water, while people are eating, and possibly after the eating. What is this? The Ace of Pentacles. This is the only thing I can get off of this is this is like his wallet or his money, stuff like that. Because you know, like sometimes if like a person get kidnapped or something, their valuables come up missing. Like, you know, where's their wallet, where's their phone, where's this, where's that. They had all of his stuff. They had his phone with all his debit cards. Well, he's only 17, so he can't have that many debit cards. But they had his valuables. Yeah, none of his stuff was stolen. They had it all. Alright, let's go on to the last card. Alright, so the last card is the Five of Swords. And as you can see, the one and only person that's on the ground in this picture is bleeding from the head. So this here is the energy of after he got pulled out. Like it's the same scene of him being laid out. And this one, the very first card was him being laid out with the wound on his head. Alright, so yeah, this is the energy of him after he was pulled out. And this is kind of like his mom, because she was very upset that no one pulled him out of that water. And I mean, rightly so. I would be pissed off too. But friends aren't really friends anymore. People be more friends on Facebook than in real life. Alright, let's get the energy of the group after Avery was pulled out of the water, since that's what we are on. Alright, Spirit, you show me now we're on the pier. We're on the hard ground again. And we're with Avery, Pickle, and his mom, and some of his friends. Alright. What came out is deceit possible. So maybe that's why she feels so want to question him a little harder. Because maybe one of them did see him go under the water. But I don't think your brain is fully developed until you're in your 20s. Yeah. This here was a good old-fashioned case of death by misadventure. If you found this read interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.